Correct. Okay, good. Oh, yeah, but he can't be here. So again, okay. All right. This is our first meeting of the night. We don't have a quorum, so our intentions will be to have the discussion and pass it on tonight, where we will have a quorum, hopefully in B&F, Budget and Finance. Okay, this is our first meeting of the night. Legislator Paul, you want to lead us in the pledge? Thank you.
I pledge allegiance to the States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation, with liberty
And justice for all. Thank you, Legislator Paul. Okay. Since we don't have a quorum, I can't adopt the minutes. So we'll go right to the first item, referral number 6704A, authorizing intermunicipal cooperation agreement between the County of Rockland and the Town of Clarkstown for $81,426.83. Village of Spring Valley, $74,860.15. Town of Ramapo, $55,816.78. Town of Haverstraw, $33,490.07. Town of Orangetown, $34,146.74. Town of Stony Point, $12,476.70. Village of Suffering, $11,163.33. And the Village of Piermont, $2,626.67 for reimbursement from the Criminal Justice Discovery Grant and authorizing the execution of these agreements by the county executive. I did see Judge Apother. Can you just shed some light on this for us, please?
Mr. Chairman, you just told us everything you need to know about this resolution. We had a grant award from New York State. They gave all this money to every county in the state to offset the cost of discovery and bail reform for this year and next year. It was a total amount of $656,000. And between the district attorney and the county executive and so on, we agreed on based on a formula that was set up on how many arraignments were done in each village and town. We came to a number for each municipality. And the resolution before you is asking that we have an intermunicipal agreement with each of the towns and villages that are going to receive these funds and so on. That's what the resolution is, basically. Authorizing the intermunicipal agreements to be signed and the money to be given to those municipalities.
Thank you.
Okay.
And a total was $306,007.30.
I think
Was that the total?
660.
Right, okay, it
Yep.
states it there. Okay,
done.
just confirming that. Yeah, Legislator Paul.
Thank you, Chair. This one we get every year or
No,
variate, or this is the first
it's a
time?
special thing. And I don't know whether it's going to continue in the future,
Okay,
but this is for the 2022 to 2023.
23. Okay, that's good. So all this town can use this on the purpose of?
I believe any purpose they want to in connection with criminal justice.
That would be nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Judge Apother. Item number 2, referral number 6704B, approving the Second Amendment and the second extension to the agreement in excess of 100,000, an additional amount of 115,000 for the new total amount not to exceed $314,900 under the RFP RC 2020-036 with John Torino to provide confidential financial consultant services for the Office of the District Attorney for the term from January 1st, 2021 through December 31st, 2023, with no renewal option, terms remaining and authorizing its execution by the county executive. Okay, Paul, you want to just explain this to us?
Sure, this is an ongoing contract for Mr. Torino, who provides confidential financial consultant services. He assists the VA in managing of their grants, as well as their overall budget during the year, forfeiture funds, and also helps with contract administration for many of the contracts that the DA has. And I'm sure Chuck Papica can answer any additional questions if you have any additional questions, but this is an ongoing contract, and we're just amending it for another year.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Paul. You have one more here. Item number 3, referral 6704 dash 5327, approving exercising the second extension and the third amendment to the agreement in excess of 100,000 and the additional amount of 70,000 for the new total amount not to exceed $238,800 under RFP RC 2020-026 with an inherent corporation for the information technology IT consulting services for both the Office of the Sheriff and the Office of the District Attorney for the term from November 28th, 2020 through November 27th, 2023, with no renewable options, terms remaining, and authorizing its execution by the county executive. Okay?
Yeah, this is, again, another ongoing contract that's utilized by both the sheriff and the district attorney. Both departments run their own computer networks separate from the county's computer network. And this particular consultant provides database and security consulting services for those two separate networks.
Okay. All right. Legislators, any questions? Okay. All right. Thank you,
Okay.
Paul. Item number 4, referral number 5327, approving the acceptance of a grant in the amount of 10,000 no county tax dollars from the Division of Criminal Justice Services for the Anti-Violence Initiative for the period of April 1st, 2022 through March 31st, 2023, and authorizing the execution of all necessary grants documents by the county executive. Good evening, Sheriff. Can you just
Good evening.
can you just shed a little
Yes,
light on
this is a grant that was, I applied for, and it was brought back to the county through Senator Rockland. It's for gun violence
Okay.
and be able to tackle gun violence, including gun buyback programs.
Okay.
So we're able to utilize this funding to do a myriad of things with respect to gun violence.
Okay. Yeah. You did have, 1 second, Legislator Paul, I'll get to you. You did have, was that just one buyback?
Yeah, we've done one in Spring Valley where we took in 59 guns, and we're in the process of putting together one in the town of Haverstraw in the beginning of December.
Oh, okay. I know the one in Spring Valley is very successful.
Very successful.
Right. Legislator Paul.
Thank you. Thank you, Sharif. And I just have a question is, this is, you mentioned last meeting about saying that we did this and all that. So you're going to do the same thing? This is the repetition, we get the grant or?
Yes, this is, yeah, we will reapply for the grant every year. I think, as you know, we're going to have a new senator that's going to replace Rockland Melnick, and,
Yep.
he's already reached out to me so we can continue whatever processes that we have in place right now. So, hopefully, I guess there's a pecking order in Albany on who gets grant funding and who doesn't, but hopefully he'll continue to be able to, I know he will, champion our cause. Hopefully he'll be able to continue to bring this money back to Rockland County.
That's very nice. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Item number 5, referral number 93618, approving acceptance of a grant in the amount of 15,000 no county tax dollars from the New York State Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services, FY 2020, explosive detection K-9 team grant, New York State contract number T160065 for the period of October 1st, 2022 through August 31st, 2023, and authorizing the execution of all necessary grants and documents by the county executive. Okay.
So Rockland County, we have a bomb unit, as everybody here knows. It's also, it's considered a regional team. So we can go to Orange County, we can go to any place, we can go to Bergen County, because we have federal funding that offsets all of our stuff. This here is a supplement to that for our K-9. We have 2 explosive detection K-9s. So this is to augment all of their training and their supplies and food and things to offset what we pay for out of the county of Rockland.
Are the K-9s for the explosive, are they different from the regular
Yes,
K-9 team?
yes. The sheriff's office has 4 different disciplines. We have a bloodhound for just strictly tracking. We have we have tracking and drug dogs. We have tracking and explosive detection dogs, and we have accelerant dogs for investigating arson. So we have 4 different disciplines of canines in the sheriff's office.
That's awesome. Great. Legislator Paul?
Well, that's interesting. I didn't know that we have different speciality on this,
It's called imprinting. For each discipline, the canines get imprinted, whether it's bomb, whether it's drugs, whether it's arson, whether it's tracking, they get what they call imprinted.
Okay.
That's very nice. Thank you. Nice to
You're
hear
welcome.
that.
Any other questions? Okay. Our last, number 6, referral number 9361B, approving the acceptance of a grant in the amount of 110,000 no county tax dollars from the New York State Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services Bomb Squad Initiative Grant, New York State contract number C160087 for the period of October 1st, 2022 through August 31st, 2023, and authorizing the execution of all necessary grants and documents by the county executive. Okay, Sheriff, this is your last one.
Same thing. This is it's in reference to our explosive detection unit, our bomb unit. And this money helps offset every year we have to refurbish our robots and other equipment that has to be upgraded. We have to utilize and we have to purchase certain explosives for training purposes. So this is an augment to what we offset in our county budget as well as what the feds give us.
And this year, this calendar year, that you have an occurrence of where you had to
Yeah, I
use-
think we've had
utilize-
like 13 callouts for suspicious packages or the need for the bomb unit to respond. And it doesn't only respond to those things. I spoke during my budget hearings about ERPOs, the extreme risk protection orders. And we actually bring them in and sometimes we breach the door with the robots to go in. So this way we don't put officers in harm's way. So we augment, again, the SWAT teams and stuff with the robot portion of the bomb unit for safety purposes.
Legislator Paul?
I just want to know about the robots, how we use that in this case.
Well, the robot has like a hand on it and arms, could actually turn a doorknob, could actually pick things up and carry it out of harm's way and things like that. You should come and spend the day with us.
I want to, yes. We call you.
We'll let you pet the dogs in the morning and run the robots in the afternoon.
You know, a couple of years, I haven't been over in a couple of years. I think I might take you up on that, Sheriff.
My
just
my
to-
invitation
just
is
to
open
see.
to everybody here. I'm
Yeah.
looking at Legislator Tyre when he first got in. He came and spent a full day with us, going through the whole department and
Yeah.
whether it was corrections and everything else. And I implore anybody to do that. And then Legislator Weider just got exposed to the mounted unit, but it's not a day that you would waste if you want to spend the whole day with us, seeing all the different facets and where our budget money goes and what the officers do. Everybody on this body is welcome to come and spend a day.
Actually, I know because,
Do we feed them? You can feed them. By the way, most of our canines are reward fed. They don't go home at night and you put a bowl down. They're trained and they have to be fed. Well, I'm not going to go by training and feeding you. We'll have to. Okay? Very good. Very good.
Okay. Can we get a commitment to that, sir?
You have a commitment from me. Anybody that wants to come and spend a day, they're more than welcome to.
Okay, I'll go with you, Legislator Paul.
Since-
Thanks a lot, Sheriff. Very
You're-
informative.
You're welcome.
We appreciate it. All right,
Happy
thanks.
Thanksgiving to everyone.
Thanks, and same to you.
Thank you.
Okay. We're gonna pass these 6 items over to B&F, and if not, then we'll have them for new business for our next full legislative meeting. But I think we'll be all right for B&F. So motion to adjourn, moved by Legislator Paul, second by Legislator Soskin. Okay, so we don't have to adjourn then, right? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, this next is yours. Multi-service. One I have here. Okay, your meeting. No, I don't want it to be.
It's only a budget.
The next day. Five more minutes for your meeting.
Establishing one position, the office of the district attorney. Alexa, yeah, Alexa. Bengals do it.
Tony, I'll call you tomorrow. I have to talk to you tomorrow.
Thank you. Yes. So, sir. How you doing? Sure. But this week. It's so cold. Oh, yeah, yeah, we do. God, it's great. It's really. Oh, yeah, okay. You come and get me.
Find out.
Make yourself useful. Yeah, we'll figure something out.
That's what he's gonna need in the back. This guy, that's what it is.
I'd like to call this meeting of the Multi-Service Committee to order. I'm going to ask everybody to please take their seats. To ask the clerk to take the roll.
Antonio,
Present.
Jones. Nicole.
Yeah.
Lita. Tower. McGowan.
Here. Thank you. Like to start? Turn it off. I'd like to start with the adoption of the minutes of the November 9th meeting.
So move.
Moved by legislator Earl, seconded by legislator Tyre. We're here, weren't you, that the last time? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Any corrections? Any additions? Hearing none, all in favor? Anybody opposed? Unanimous. Second page. Got a second page. Pardon me for an administrative session. Okay. We'll start off with the confirmation of two appointments. I think we've handed out a bio, which each of you received last time around, confirming the appointment of Spencer Chimwa of Stony Point, New York, as Rockland County Commissioner of Human Rights. I'll move it, seconded by legislator Earl. On the question, anybody have any comments? You were down here last time for the last meeting, and we reviewed your file, and we found that you were very, very qualified for the job, maybe even too qualified. Therefore, after much ado and conversation, as we usually have with all nominees, I'm very proud to accept your nomination and moved on it. And I'm sure you'll get a vote tonight in the affirmative. And I wish you lots of luck. And it's a tough job. We have a very diverse county, as you well know. Anybody else like to say anything? Legislator Paul?
Thank you, Chair. I'm so happy to support your nomination, and you are really qualified person, and I saw your resume. It is very nice, very, and also we need a person like you, service-minded and willing to help the community. Thank you so much for your dedication.
Anybody else? Legislator Earl?
Yeah, thank you. I'm going to do a little practice with your last name there.
You got it right the first time, sir.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to try it tonight and embarrass myself again. I'll just say, I'll call you Mr. Spencer until I get it down pat, all right?
Okay.
How about that?
It's okay, sir.
Good luck. Good luck. You got a big road in front of you there. And it's going to be a task. I hope that you be able to, on your own, to navigate your way through that and make us proud. And I wish you the best of luck. I wish you blessings with that. And, good luck with it.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
do it with your leadership.
It's a service that's been under scrutiny for quite a while. So it's a service that has been neglected. And so we're looking, it's a lot on your shoulders, and I hope you'll be able to deliver. Okay?
Thank you so very much, sir.
Blessings.
Anybody else? Hearing nothing, I just want to remind you, you represent everybody in the county. And it's a tough job, very tough job. Be gentle. All in favor? Anybody opposed? Unanimous. Congratulations. Okay,
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
your name will come up at the next meeting of the general meeting of the legislature, at which time they'll take the final vote. You do not have to come down if you don't want to, but you're welcome to if you want to. Okay, so good luck to you.
Spencer Chimbwe. Yes, and I have my friends from the commission board, Rabbi Khan and Alma. They've also been pronouncing it well, so they can help with the with the pronunciation. Thank you so much. Chimbwe. Yes.
So I got it right, huh?
Thank you so much for that question.
Okay. Referral number 5726, confirming the appointment of Robert Daniel Mazzello of Garnerville, New York, to the Rockland County Historic Preservation Board. I believe you were down here last time also, weren't you?
My first appearance.
First time here. You want just briefly, first of all, I'll move your nomination. Seconded by, see, is Michael on? Seconded by Legislator Weeder. Legislator Paul, you want to just tell us a little bit about yourself briefly?
I'm sorry? Oh, sure, be happy to. Robert Masiello, I've lived in the community my entire life. As a matter of fact, I was born in Good Samaritan Hospital, and my mom moved me 3 days back to Garnerville. And for the rest of my life, I'm still in Garnerville. So, it's a long history. Retired about 12 years now from Helen Hayes Hospital, worked in the research department, and had a great career as a designer for special services for rehab patients and for research. Currently, I'm on 3 other boards: the North Rockland Central High School, North Rockland Central School District for about 16 years. I'm on recently, 10 years ago, I joined the Thiels Fire Department as a member, and I'm about 5 years, I'm commissioner for the fire district. And I'm on the Joint Regional Sewer Board for about 25 years in Haverstraw. And I'm very happy to, that I was invited to this Rockland Historic Preservation Board. I have a great love for history. I have a 17th century home that I live in, that I restore myself. And I've been on some committees with the Historical Society for many years. But I enjoy the history. I love preserving it. I love appreciating it. I feel that I'm only custodian of this house because it's just, it's in Garnerville as well. And I'm just very happy to pursue different interests. I can only say that I've got my energy from my mom. She never stopped, and I don't seem to sit down very long either. I'm always interested in too many endeavors. So I'm very happy to take on this new role.
Well, thank you. Anybody would like to say anything? Legislative Paul.
Okay.
Hmm?
I see that your recipe is going to be very interesting, and you love history, and that's what we need to preserve our history in Rockland County. So I think decades of history you can add into, and we'll be proud to see that and read it and see it. Thank you so much. I enjoy those.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Legislator Earl.
Thank you there, Mr. Chair. Mr. Marciello?
Massiello, yes.
Hey, I got that. All right, one for me. Thanks for accepting this. I wish you nothing but the best with this. And look like you've been pretty busy with the other boards and all. How many did you say you're on?
This will be my fourth board. And I forgot to mention, I have three young boys now, and young men, I should say. 3 children, 3 boys. Forgot to mention, they keep me busy too.
Oh, okay.
You never stop being a father and looking after their endeavors as well, so,
Exactly.
but yeah.
That's a lifelong adventure there.
That's right.
Always connected. Thank you for accepting this and good luck.
Oh, thank you very much.
Anybody else? I was intrigued. Jeff, you want to say something? I was
Thank you, Mr. Grant.
intrigued by what you said about working at Good Sam, doing, was it Helen Hayes?
I was
doing-
born in Gassam, but I worked at Helen Hayes Hospital,
Okay,
yes.
doing restructural work. Can you hear me?
Yes, now.
Yeah. Is that just with physical type therapy or?
My role was to design equipment and design and fabricate equipment that was not currently commercially on the market. So in research, not only did I design things that went into research, I designed things that went into surgery because we had a surgical operating room at the time. I've designed products for rehab patients, whether it was seating and mobility, environmental control. So many of these things had to do with technology and, bringing up the technology to help the disabled in many ways.
Right.
So it was a good role. I enjoyed working that entire time. There's no better way to see your work be used by patients and to help them
Right.
firsthand.
Right. I'm intrigued by that because my grandson works for a firm that designs medical parts for the body for surgical purposes and other things. It fits pretty much what you were doing. So it was very interesting. You have quite a background. You're a local boy. Okay. I say that because I think I'm a year older than you. Okay. And you have loads of experience. and you're young at heart. And that's the important thing. So I wish you well. I'm sure that the group here will vote for you tonight. And I'll even say it in advance. You don't have to come down the next meeting if you don't want to. Okay. All in favor? Anybody opposed? Unanimous. All right? Yes, unanimous. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'd like to thank the committee and happy Thanksgiving and happy holidays to everybody. Safe.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Referral number 5726. Approving the acceptance of continuation grants from the New York State Department of Health to the Rockland County Department of Health for the STD Disease Intervention Services and HIV Partner Services Grant in the amount of $1,125,000 for the period from January 1, 22 through December 31, 26. I'll move it. Seconded by legislator Weider and Paul and Earl. Okay. Want to just, this is a continuous grant, which means we've gotten it before.
Yes, sir.
Same amount, or did they increase it?
No, they didn't increase it this time.
Are they holding back any money usually?
Not for this grant, sir. We're
Not for
working
this
on
one.
another one right now.
Okay. Anybody want to talk about it? Seeing nobody, all in favor? Anybody opposed? Unanimous.
Thank you, sir.
Right. And we have another one for you. Number 8281. Approving an extension of an amendment to a lease agreement with Congregation Mekor Chaim for the Department of Health's off-site women's, infant, and children's WIC program and clinic services, extending the term of the lease for an additional 12 months for the period from October 1, 22 to September 30th, 23, and increasing the amount of the agreement by $18,486 for a new total not to exceed $111,983.90, no county tax dollars, for the full period from February 17 through September 30th, 23. I'll move it, seconded by legislator Paul, legislator Tyre, and legislator Weider, and legislator Earl. Would everybody like to move this? Yes, okay. Everybody would like to move this. It's a very important thing that the young people or the infants get their nourishment. This, okay, and it's very surprising that they don't. And I'm glad the county and the state are willing to chip in. Okay, anything else you'd like to tell us about it?
No, thank you for your
No.
support.
All in
It's been a lot.
favor? Okay,
Julie, yes, Julie Crouchot, Director.
okay, it was unanimous, so you're all set. Okay, good luck. Okay. You're too eager. You're too eager. Anybody on the board like to say anything? Okay, anybody on the screen? No one on the screen. I'll accept legislator Weider's motion to adjourn, seconded by legislator Tyre and legislator Yeager. First page. Okay. We did. I said that before because everybody said unanimous before.
I didn't hear it.
Okay, we forgot to vote for one item. Oh, to adjourn. Oh, we don't want you to adjourn. The meeting is adjourned, okay? Does everybody want to sponsor everything? Yes. Very good. Are you in a hurry to get home?
What?
Are you in a hurry to get home?
I have two small children.
That's right. Well, but I moved 5 minutes early, so.
Yes,
Okay.
you did well today, getting everything through.
Who is it?
So far, Mom, yeah, then we have Mom.
Yeah, they need to go to some new one.
Something like that.
Go to my daughter. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to church and try on Thursday. She signed us all up. And they noticed that actually. And here's the fact yeah. You said. Let me say. It's not.
Yeah.
But then it took. So, yes. I didn't buy for friends. That's. Oh, none of them. Just in that. It's.
Planning Public Works Committee meeting for this evening. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Legislator Jackson. Legislator Carey. Legislator Paul. Here. Legislator Wolf. Legislator Weider.
I thought I saw it.
Vice Chair Legislator Grant.
There he is. Enter
and
stage
Chairman
right.
Hicks.
Are we good?
You're good. You have 5 of 7.
All right, 5 or 7. Okay, did everybody, I hope everybody reviewed the agenda for tonight's meeting. We're going to take all of them together. There is an addendum. Apparently, this was brought down last week together, and Legislative Council had asked for it to be separated out. So that's the addendum. And because we want to make, our goal at the Planning Public Works Committee meeting is to make Bob Gruffy happy, and he wanted it on this meeting, so it's going on this meeting as an addendum. Sorry? Well, it's my consideration. I'm the chair. When you're the chair, you don't have to worry about Bob. Anyway, so it's on. Are there any questions about any of the matters before this body, before I move and have somebody second all of them as one? Anybody? Legislator Wolf.
Again, just, on item 1-5,
Mhm.
which is using general fund monies in order to acquire an asset under a capital project. Just, my question
Guys.
really, again, relates to the general concept of whether it makes sense to use debt to acquire certain assets or not. So I just wanted to see if there was anyone from finance who could give us some thoughts on this. Is there a useful life for the software? Is it the kind of thing that might be appropriate to the bond or not?
Well, I know Bob is here. Do you know the answer to that question, or is there somebody from finance who can answer that question?
And we can, I have no problem asking the question in budget and finance. if-
No,
from
it's fine.
finance
We can
is
do,
okay.
we can do it here. This way if the question's answered here, then maybe they can go home a little earlier. That'll be up to them. Does any,
We have the person,
ah,
just the man to answer the question.
there we go.
Yeah, that's an advancement from the general fund requested by General Services. There's, as you know, and I've made you aware of, there's approximately 15 million of advances from the general fund already for capital projects.
Right, so when we advance funds, then we bond and we put the money back into the general fund?
We do one of two things you can do: bond, put it back, or if we don't bond, then it would be a withdrawal from the fund balance.
Okay,
What's
and the
It
fund
has to be
balance,
approved by the legislature, either one.
and the fund balance is currently? How much is the fund balance now?
It's supposed to be around 180 or something. We haven't got the audit yet. We're still waiting.
Like 180 million?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Is
Legislator
there,
Wolf, any
yeah,
other
is
questions?
there a plan to bond this, is the question?
At this point in time, we have discussions about whether we're going to bond or not. My original idea was not to, but interest rates came down a little bit again, surprising. The 30-year AA, which we rated, was above 4%, was like 4.6. It actually came down to about 4%. So we're going to watch it. But I think if interest rates, if they drop, then yeah, we'd probably borrow. But if they continue to go up, I think our best bet might be to reduce fund balance.
Okay, all right, so you don't see an issue with this resolution?
No.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Any other questions about anything? Okay, we're going to take everything through item 1-6 and the addendum as one. I'll move it, seconded by Legislator Wolf. On the questions? Hearing none. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, say nay. Carried unanimously with 5. Do we have a, that's it, right? Okay, items 1-6 is a discussion item. You should have gotten in your packet a presentation from the quarterly report from the sewer district. Are there any questions about this? There's somebody here from sewer who can answer any questions if we have any. I will assume, some. You have any questions? No. Okay, I had a couple questions that were answered to my satisfaction. The only thing I'll direct everybody to is that there's an item here. We are apparently in some sort of disagreement with the DEC regarding a plan to minimize discharge of ammonia nitrogen into the Hudson River. Apparently, the DEC wants us to spend upwards of $120 million on this project, and we think we have something that might cost a little bit less. And we are currently in negotiations over what we should be doing to try to save our taxpayers money. 120 million is a lot of money. So, and I know we care about the fish and about the Hudson. It's important, obviously. It's an incredible resource for us. But at the same time, we should try to minimize costs. If we can do the same thing for less, we should be doing it. I just wanted to bring that to your attention. With that, I will move to adjourn, seconded by legislator Weider. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Opposed, say nay. Carried unanimously. We are adjourned. Just want to point out that the only people who voted to adjourn were people not on the committee. Thank you both.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, members of the Budget and Finance Committee. I would like to call the meeting to order. I'll ask our clerk to do the roll call.
Legislator Jobson. Legislator Hofstein. Legislator Yeager. Legislator Soskin. Legislator Hood Jr. Legislator Earl. Legislator Cornell. Second Vice Legislator Wolf. Vice Chair Legislator Grant. Chairman Legislator Whittam.
I'm here. Thank you very much. Okay, so we'll go a little bit out of order. This has become the order we usually do. This the Budget and Finance Committee. We'll start with item 7.2, referral number 4249, establishing one position, the Office of the District Attorney. Moved by Legislator Wolf, seconded by Legislator Hofstein. On the question, Judge.
Everybody hear me? Okay. Was removed, and we feel it's necessary to put it back in our budget because of increase in severe increases in overdoses in the county, and working with our alternative programs and getting people into those programs, as well as working with the CARP grant, which is Crimes Against Revenue. So those are the things that the Assistant Director will be helping us with.
Any questions? Being there is none, I'll call the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Okay. Item number 7.1 is being pulled for tonight. We'll go to item number 7.3. Referral number 6501, authorizing the relevy of village taxes built in 2022 and not paid in 2022. Moved by Legislator Grant, seconded by Legislator Yeager. On the question, Commissioner, can you just tell us like 2-minute synopsis or less?
Yes, this is no exception. This is just the standard re-levies that we do every year. So all three of them are, there's no, particular exception or anything that needs to stand out. It's just the regular yearly re-levies.
For the villages?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, this village, the school, and the towns.
It was moved, it was seconded. Any discussion? Seeing there is none, I'll call the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, the motion carries unanimously. Item number 7.4. Referral number 6502, authorizing the relevy of 2022-2023 school taxes. Moved by Legislator Soskin, seconded by Legislator Earl. Any discussion? Seeing there is none, I'll call the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, the motion carries unanimously. Item number 7.5, referral number 8596, establishing equalization rates for each of the towns, establishing taxable assessed values and full values for each town in the county of Rockland for the year 2023. Moved by Legislator Hofstein, seconded by Legislator Soskin. Any discussion? Seeing there is none, I'll call the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, the motion carries unanimously. Now, we're going to any other items that we need to take before we do the budget review? No one is here for any other items, correct? Okay, so. Oh, very good. Yeah, we'll do we'll do it soon. We'll do it soon. Can we do the, but we'll do first the budget review on the controller's report. Nicole is going to give us a very short overview and on the controller's report? And then we'll take the additional items. So on the agenda tonight for the budget review was items for legislators, requests from legislators. It turns out that the budget has been very easy this year, and no request was requested by legislators. So tonight, we'll have Nicole give us just a little update on the controller's report. I believe everyone should have a copy of it. Okay, Nicole.
Okay. So as you know, each year, the New York State Comptroller reviews the proposed budget. And that is because we have the deficit bond. This was part of the criteria with which we were allowed to borrow the $96 million. And now they have to just make sure that going forward, all of our proposed budgets are balanced and that the expenses and the revenues are reasonable. So the first page, they basically lay that out to explain why they're doing what they're doing. And then on page 2, they basically lay out, they just repeat what's in the executive summary, which is a list by fund of the appropriations and the estimated revenues that would support those appropriations. And finally, they show you the real property taxes that are proposed for 2023. Page 3 are some very pretty pie charts in lovely shades of blue, showing the summary of the revenues and again, a summary of the appropriations. And basically to show that all of the appropriations are supported by all of the proposed revenue. Page 4, sales tax. This is kind of my favorite paragraph. Essentially what they're talking about in sales tax is that when they project out what they perceive 2023 to be, they're saying it's going to be about $273 million, which is what I said the other night on the high end. So they're saying that our sales tax could have a positive variance of about $12 million. But again, they're basing this on the sales tax that we have year to date, and they're projecting that there'll be a little bit of growth in 2023. And they are basing that on the state enacted budget financial plan. So you can take that for what it's worth. They also talk about the tax cap compliance, and we are in compliance with the 2% tax cap. And they essentially close by saying, everything looks good. That's page 4. And that's essentially it. They don't really do a real in-depth analysis of the budget. I think they just look to see that, the numbers add up. Commissioner DeGros could probably maybe weigh in because they came and they actually, I believe, came and sat in your office for a day or two. And that is essentially the report of the New York State Comptroller.
Thank you, Nicole. Commissioner, would you like to add something?
Yeah, I like Nicole's report much better than the controller's office. That's my comment.
Do we have it in writing?
Yes, they were on the high end, and I'll tell you what their concern is. They saw us have some pretty hefty surpluses the last couple of years, so I think they get a little concerned about that, but there's a lot of reason for that. But I do want to read one section to you because I do a lot of research with a lot of counties, and this was a economic forecast for counties going forward. Current inflation, Federal Reserve interest rate hikes, and an anticipated recession must be considered in developing future municipal budgets. 2023 municipal financial performance will be directly impacted by the current and projected difficult economic situation and must be factored into many budget decisions to be made for 2023. Inflation, which currently exists and will likely continue in '23, and unemployment and a recession which may occur due to the Federal Reserve's action to reduce inflation must be considered in formulating the 2023 budget. Sales and occupancy tax and departmental income deserve particular attention. So
And this is from?
this is from Capital Markets Advisors, which is an advisory firm that reviews county budgets. And what I say is that many years we can predict what we think's coming down the road, but this is just different. And I just think it's better to be more conservative, like Nicole has prepared in her numbers, than the controller's office, because we really can't tell what's going to happen in '23. A lot of things can happen. And I think it's just better to be on the safe side. Thank you.
Okay, any questions? Seeing there is none, we'll resume our regular programming. Okay, so we'll do first 1-1, which includes A, B, C, D, and then 1-2 all the way through 1-5. Those were items that were passed in the Planning and Public Works Committee. What was that? Oh, including the addendum. We have the addendum we got an addendum for Budget and Finance. Okay, so it's the same addendum. The addendum that you have for the Planning Public Works is the same addendum for the Budget and Finance, and that would be there will be items 1-6 and 1-7. Okay? So, moved by Legislator Grant, seconded by Legislator Wolf. All those in favor say aye, opposed. Any discussion? Seeing there is none, all those in favor say aye, opposed. The motion carries unanimously. Now, we'll move on to multi-service, which is item 2-1 and items 2-2. Moved by Legislator Earl, seconded by Legislator Soskin. Any discussion? Seeing there is none, I'll call the motion. All those in favor say aye, opposed. The motion carries unanimously. Now, public safety, I'm going to very quickly and briefly read them through because there was no vote in the Public Safety Committee because there was no quorum. But the chair of the Public Safety Committee, Legislator Grant, waived it and moved, Legislator Earl, waived it and the vote on it and moved it along to the Budget and Finance Committee. But I will read them very quickly. The district attorney and the sheriff were here at that meeting, which had no quorum, but there was an explanation for all these items. So, item number 3, warrant referral number 9361, approving the acceptance of grant amount of $110,000, no county tax dollars from the New York State Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services Bomb Squad Initiative Grant for the period October 1st, 2022 through August 31st, 2023. Moved by Legislator Earl, seconded by Legislator Yeager. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, the motion carries unanimously. Item number 3, to referral number 6704, authorizing intermunicipal cooperation agreement to the County of Rockland and Town of Clarkstown, Village of Spring Valley, Town of Rambo, Town of Haverstraw, Town of Orangetown, Town of Stony Point, Village of Suffern, Village of Piermont, for reimbursement for the Criminal Justice Discovery Grant. Moved by Legislator Hofstein, seconded by Legislator Grant. Any discussion? Seeing there is none, I'll call the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, motion carries unanimously. Item number 3, 3-3, referral number 6704. Approving the second amendment, second extension agreement, next for $100,000 additional amount of $115,000 for the new total not to exceed $314,900 on the RFPRC 2020-036 with John Torino to provide confidential financial consultant services to the Office of the District Attorney from the term from January 1st, 2021 through December 31st, 2023, with no renewal option term remaining. Moved by legislator, Wolf, seconded by legislator Soskin. Any discussion? Seeing there is none, I'll call the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, motion carries unanimously. Item number 34, referral number 5327, approving the acceptance of a grant amount of $10,000, no county tax dollars, to the Division of Criminal Justice Service for the Anti-Violence Initiative period of April 1st, 2022 through March 31st, 2023, and authorizing execution of all necessary grant documents. Moved by legislator Earl, seconded by legislator Grant. Any discussion? Seeing there is none, I'll call the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, motion carries unanimously. Item number 35, referral number 9362, approving the acceptance of grant amount of $15,000, no county tax dollars, New York State Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services for year 2020, explosives detection K-9 team grant for the period October 1st, 2022 through August 31st, 2023. Moved by legislator Yeager, seconded by legislator Soskin. Any discussion? Seeing there is none, I'll call the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, motion carries unanimously. Item number 36, referral number 6704-5327, approving exercise of second extension, third amendment to the agreement, the next $100,000 additional amount of $70,000 for the new total amount not to exceed $238,800 on the RFB RC 2020-026 with Inherent Cooperation for Information Technology Consultant Service for both the Office of the Sheriff's and the Office of the District Attorney for the term from November 28, 2020 through November 27, 2023, with no renewal option terms remaining. Moved by legislator Hofstein, seconded by legislator Wolf. Any discussion? Seeing there is none, I'll call the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, motion carries unanimously. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Okay. Okay, so we include that in the minutes, Jackie, what legislator Earl have indicated. I'll entertain a motion for the adoption of minutes of our 11-9 meeting. Moved by legislator Hofstein, seconded by legislator Earl. Any discussion? Seeing there is none, I'll call the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, the motion carries unanimously. Motion to adjourn by legislator Hofstein, seconded by legislator Soskin. Any discussion? Seeing there is none, I'll call the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, the motion carries unanimously. Thank you very much. Thanksgiving.